Okay, so we're live. This is session 2 of the design prototype of Anvil session. And right, so yesterday we got to, let's see, is this it right here? No, that's not it. This is it right here. And so let's go to that. We got it started. Yeah, Joe showed me how to use Figma. It's actually really nice, I think. And sign in. Oh, sign in.
I think you were using a different browser yesterday.
Okay, well, okay, that should be good. I named it Declutter the Calendar prototype. So we can keep track of it, I guess. It does take a little while to load. I don't think I posted the link right.
No.
So what's cool is that, like in Google Docs, you can collaborate simultaneously, real time. And so let's do that. Oh, and that is nice. Because we were pretty zoomed in yesterday. At least on my end, it was zoomed in. So we got our components up here. The little bit for an hour, and then for one whole day. And we are prototyping for the week at this point. Let me zoom in. That's, I guess that's okay. Yeah. And so I guess we were going to probably add that 5th day. And yeah, we were talking about making them more narrow. And I don't know, do you recall, Joe, what our next step was going to be?
We were at this point, we're just looking at it and trying to see now we do have some sort of a grid. So we do have like the skeleton for the calendar, right? So what we need to do is we need to clutter it now. And we're talking about how to clutter it with events.
Yeah.
So I think like the eventually the next thing that we can do is to look at it and see. We can try, if you like, we can try to first fit in the day. So we have the 7 days, or we can go and try to somehow think about what an event would look like.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because Matt's here and he would probably make a strong argument for having the 7 days because he runs the brand new weekend collaborations. And the only problem with that is that it's going to make it quite narrow for us here.
Isn't 4 days enough? Do you need more than 4 days in a week?
No, let's bring it down to 3 actually. That'd be even better. A lot of the tech industry is moving to 4 days, aren't they? Anyway,
not me.
You, okay.
I didn't mind to move to 4 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so like one issue that we currently have there is we're prototyping it for an iPad or whatever, and that's pretty small. And is that what we want?
The only reason I picked that one was that at 100% yesterday, it was off screen. It was like over here. It was all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that was just because it wasn't immediately apparent how to zoom out. So I think we should maybe just go to desktop and then zoom out just a little bit.
So let's do that. So you need to click on the frame on the left side. You see on the left side.
Yeah.
So if you click on it now, on the right side, you do have the sizes.
Right.
And you can choose A4 or A5 depending on the paper that we're gonna print this on.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
That was too funny, Joe. Too funny.
Yeah, looks like a good desktop resolution. Now, if we zoom out a little bit out, let's see if we do have space for the rest of the days there or not.
Actually, let's try zoom to fit. Oh, so maybe that's just a consequence of us trying to fit it to the iPad Mini.
Mm-hmm.
So, would a solution be just to make these bigger?
A solution to make this bigger, what? In terms of what?
The component is, sorry, I don't know if you can see my screen.
I'm looking at your screen. I'm not looking
Yeah.
at people. So that component itself, what's the idea? Like we are still missing 3 components like that to
Mhm.
fulfill a full week, right?
Right.
So maybe first we'll do that, and then sometime I don't know if we really need to go full white of it. So I don't know if we need to make it bigger or smaller.
Well, I mean, if we look at the website, right, we do have
Mhm.
some ads. Let me just go to full screen here.
I don't know if we're gonna want to keep on those. I don't even know what those ads are for. I
Uh,
feel like those ads have been there forever and are always the same. So
no, they're not.
I don't know.
They're
They're
actually
not.
updated. Yeah, this is Stanuply, and this was updated recently, and I think this one was updated recently. This one here we do need to remove actually. RubyMine because they no longer sponsor us. No discount. No free RubyMine.
Mhm.
Uh, but I think we still need to keep them there. Actually, yeah, you're right. Craft Academy needs to go. Huh. So 2 of these need to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So like I don't know like if in like the first approach we want to care about that. And we'll see because
Huh.
I'm not sure does it still make sense to have like the supporters in all the pages everywhere like that big? Well, are we getting like what's the return if we can't get more people to want to get there as our supporters? Maybe we're not putting the supporter part in the correct place because it's not being effective, you know?
Well, I think perhaps we're just not trying to reach out enough to get like supporters, sponsors. Um, but you make a good point. We could just get rid of them for the calendar part. I mean, that would be easily something that we can move it down over here, and that'd be okay. I think uh, so that we can maximize the space here, and that would be just an easy one right there for decluttering. Just get
Yeah.
rid of the ads on the side there. Um, and so I think maybe you were referring to like in the prototype, where we're gonna have sort of margins on the right and left. Was that what you were referring to?
Yeah, let's add first 3 components and then let's see like what's the current size of it.
Yeah.
And then we'll see because maybe we need some wiggle room around it because if we think about it, the eventually we'll need to change weeks, right?
Yes.
So in order for us to be able to change weeks, we will need to do something about that, right?
Right. How do you move it back, by the way?
You just drag it down.
Oh, okay. I get it. And
You can use the arrows to put it in place. Okay, and we're missing a day.
okay, there we
Cool.
go.
So now if we get that more or less in the center of the the frame, we'll be able to see like how much room do we have. Because currently, if you see on the left side, it's pretty narrow for the times as well.
Yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to zoom in just a little bit.
You can zoom with a scroll, or if you don't have a scroll, like I think it's Control Scroll, or you can just zoom. I think with keypad. Let me see if I can. Yeah, if you're in a Mac, so if you put the two fingers on the pad and just open your fingers or close them, it will zoom in and zoom out.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Oops. Okay, there we go. Yeah. We need to make these sort of gray because I think that adds to the clutter effect, the grid. Don't you think?
What do you mean gray?
Sort of not as bold.
Oh, sorry, what are you talking about? Like the lines or
Yeah, the lines. So let me look
the
at
lines?
these. Yeah, you
Okay.
see these right here, how they're lighter gray.
So if you go to the components, on the left side, we can select the two boxes, and we can tell them like which color the borders will have. You need to go directly inside of the component, and not that one. That yeah, exactly. So now that rectangle there, you can change the stroke, and you can just put whatever color we want, or just reduce
Yeah.
the
So
brightness.
either one. Let's probably not do that. Let's probably do gray.
I think you need to do yeah, the 4, the 6, yeah. One thing that I don't know how to do is like how to make them by change by side. So you can change like the full stroke for all of it, but I'm not sure how you can change the topper part or the bottom part. That I don't know how to do.
Yeah, I don't see anything right there.
No. But there are things like if you try to add more like stroke things, it will do different things. Like if you do on the feeling, if you do a second color, it creates like a gradient of colors and so on. So
Yeah, let's not do that. Okay.
just saying that's a possibility. I'm not
Okay.
saying it for you to. I'm not suggesting you to do it.
Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. I think maybe might still be a little too bold.
You can change the size of it as well, if that's what.
Yeah, the border.
Yeah, the border size. Currently it's at 1, so no, the next box underneath.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that it's like a little difficult to select.
You can select on the left side. It's much easier.
Okay. Okay, I think that looks a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Less cluttered, I think. Anyway, uh, do we want to get maybe Matt involved in here a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you fine just observing? Matt?
If you're
Either way. I
I said, do we want to get you involved a little bit here?
Yeah, I mean, either way, I can I can do some stuff for you.
So yeah, perhaps. What do you think we should do next, Joel?
So I think like the next thing that should happen is we need to somehow add an event to the calendar and try to understand like what that would look like when we add an event, or and what is an event on that calendar.
Well, then there's the question of, should we first add a live event? We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I would start with an event, and I think a live event is going to be one event with something special in it.
Yeah.
When I say something special, it can be just like a different color or something like that. So
yeah, I think you're right. So actually, Matt, those are what compose a day. So that's just like an hour, and it's just on a day. They compose the component on the right. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's not going to create an event for us. We need to create a new component.
Okay.
And so
how do you create a new component?
I mean, it might just be like a.
Let's first create what we want to create, and then the thing. This is how it works. Let's imagine that the component that we want to create it's a circle, right, or a square. Doesn't matter. Like so, let's
How about a rectangle?
Okay. Or a rectangle, it doesn't really matter. 4 sides, it's fine. So, and this is our component, right? And we put something there, and then let's create another one in here and change the color to red. Okay. And yeah, there we go. Go here. Okay, cool. So now we know that like this is something that we want to repeat multiple times, right? So what we can do is if we right click on it, there's like a menu that pops out that says like create component, and it's basically command option K as well. And from the moment that you have the component, what happens is that all the instances of that component, whenever you change the component itself, will be updated. So like, for example, like you saw, like Federico was playing around with the hour in here, this component, and then change something, and what happened was that like all the components in here instances they updated. So like that's more or less the idea behind the components here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's create an event, an individual event component. Do you want to do that? Do you want to try that, Matt, or should I?
Sure. Okay. So this rectangular, we're going to work from that, or that was just a.
Oh no, I just put it there, unless you really like it.
It's beautiful. I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to fit that inside of one of these.
Oh yeah. He only has view option. That's why he can't do anything. Did you send, like, which link did you send? I think you need to share with him.
I got it.
Cool.
So you should be able to edit now.
Yeah, it's reloading the page.
So now you should be able to see the squares on the left side, and there we go.
So let me get rid of that. So, but it's going to be a rectangle, right?
Yeah, we can use that rectangle and just use the form that we want. When what you're doing is like selecting. If you want to create a new rectangle, you need to click on the tool on the black top. Or if you want to use one of those two that is there, you just click on it, and then some balls will appear around it. You can just resize it.
I don't know. We're going to use that.
You can delete that if we're not going to use it.
Yeah. Okay. Frame tool, rectangle tool. Okay. Pen tool, text tool. Yeah. So I don't really need a rectangle inside of a rectangle because the outer rectangle will be the other component, the hour-on specific.
Yeah. So basically that's it. So now with the event, the event marker that we're gonna create and put there need to like, I assume this is like just me assuming things. I'm assuming that is going to have a specific size, and that specific size is going to have to be equal to like the duration of the event. And in order to do that, we'll need to like, you need to go like on top. That doesn't make sense, on top of the hour. So let's imagine we want to create an event on the third day of the week at 9 a.m. The event box need to go right on top of that.
So to put to use a component on the, just drag it there.
Yeah. Like the thing is, we will start with like a building block, right? And when we have the building block that we want, we create a component. Like when we created like one example of it, we create a component, and then we can move the component up and just copy and create instances of it. But to start with, we can just do like do some playing around with it.
Yeah. So then, like the size of this hour component, our specific component is 188 by 47, and you're saying that like, so that's if it were a 1 hour event, it would be more or less a little bit smaller than that.
Yes, it would have like 47 in size, and it would have to be a little bit smaller than 188 because there's some text on the left side.
Yeah.
But if you click on that component on the left, you'll be able to see the size of it, the size of the rectangle.
Whoa, that's weird. Know what I'm gonna do?
I think you changed the arrow.
Move tools.
No, it's not that.
Edit object. No.
So what are you trying to do?
I was just trying to change the size. That
If you go there right now,
yeah,
you can just use the corners to move it, or you can just go on the right side. It has the size of it. So if you click on one of them.
Yeah, but this is not the tool I want. I want the rectangle tool, right?
You want to so the rectangle, the shape tools create new components.
Okay.
New components, new elements there. And if you want to change the size of one of them, you use the arrow to select it. And then there are some squares that show up in the corners. And when you have the squares, it will increase the size, like one
Cool.
side or something. If you select like that other option you were selecting there on the middle, on the middle left on top, it will allow you to change just the just that specific dot, that corner. You can just move it and drag it and create different forms.
That's what you want, Matt, right there, where it's actually pointing diagonally, because otherwise if it's pointing horizontally,
yeah,
like what happened before.
Okay, so it's 188 by 47, but that's for an hour, and this is 100 by 23. 160 by 43 by 23. So maybe a little bit.
You can drop it on top. if you want to, if it's easier.
This like this.
And it has like all the magnetics things, so it will put you, when you try to put it into a place, it tries to stick you like a magnet to the sides and so on.
Mm-hmm. But it's, yeah, we need it to be a little bit.
I think what I might do instead of that, Matt, is actually create the component. So undo those things and right click and create the component, and then just make a copy of it and then bring it down to the calendar. So just, copy it. You want to actually leave it and then copy paste,
I just Control C.
Yeah.
And then on the third day.
So I think it put it, okay.
So I'm going to lock the group.
Okay,
so that they don't change.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Go changing at that meeting too.
Is there a shortcut for that, Joe? Like,
not really, not that I'm aware of. But you can select them all and right click. So all the commands that you can do in terms of if you right click and there's a menu for it, they usually have a shortcut that allows you to do things. Like for example, if you right click, lock and unlock is Shift Command L.
Okay.
Yeah, I went changing the size of it, which is probably not what I wanted to do.
So that'll be for the individual one. Is that, I think that's your actual component, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might want to make another copy of that one and then modify it from the top, from the component area.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay.
I guess.
It depends on what kind of modification we want to do. Like if you want to do a half an hour event,
like then
there's one size. If you want to do a 1 hour event, you have like another size. Or we can do just like for now, like all the same. So like one size and just spread it around and see what it looks like.
So since you made two there, I think I'll
one looks like a smaller one and bigger one.
Yeah. So if you want to work on one, I'll work on the other one, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm trying. What is the size of this? One of these cells would be 47 divided by 2. Yeah, about that. 23 now. Where is it pasting them though? I'm trying to paste them.
You're pasting them on top of each other. Like if you see, I'm going to select one. You see my selection?
No, I see your cursor.
No, the green one on the right side. Go to the right side.
Yeah.
You see the green? Okay, so that's where I select. When you copy paste it pastes on top of what you just copied. So if you see on the left side on the screen, you have 2 half an hour events that are just whatever that shape is, a square turned, and you can select individual ones by clicking on them, clicking on one of the events, and then you can just move them around. Sometimes it's easier just to do that.
Come here to the left and grab one of these.
Like you see the so there's a difference between that one that you are selecting now and the ones on top. One has like a diamond, and the diamond one is an instance. When you see 4 diamonds, it means that it is a specific. It is the component itself.
Okay.
So it's like the difference between them.
But then you're saying I can copy and paste from the left menu.
You can just drag them into place now that you have it there. You can select it and then go to the image. Sorry, go to where it is and just drag it down. Oh, I already share my screen.
No.
You mean from the left into the calendar?
Because I'm trying to drag it from the left, and it's.
Can you see my screen?
No. Let me see. Okay. Yep.
You see my cursor? Okay, so like the easiest way to do this is you can select it here because it's easier to select than selecting it right there, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick it up and put it whatever you want to put it. So it is still drag and drop in this side. If you drag and drop in here, what happened? Just you're seeing it, it disappears. So in here you just select like the order. Oh my God. Select just the order that they are showing up. So this is the Z axis, let's call it. So the topmost is going to be on top of all the others. And if we scroll it down, it's going to go to the bottom and you will not be able to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So select this, and then I can clutter the calendar. I like 1 hour events. 1 hour events are nice.
You're moving the components, so be careful with that. And I think you also move the other component.
Oh yeah.
So if you see the first one there, that's the component.
I need to make sure I'm clicking on the one that's component.
So I have a question, or I guess I'm wondering something. Can you have like parent components? Because I think the 1 hour one was created out of the half hour one, and then the 1 hour one was made into a component. Did you understand that?
Yes. There is no concept of parent components. What you can do is the way this, like from my understanding, the way this is done is from a building block perspective, right? That's a very thing. It's like the hype now on CSS and design or whatever, at least I think it is. And where you create like small building blocks like Legos and just increase things. So like what we did on the hour on a specific day, or whatever we call that, hour on specific day, is like a smaller building block. And then we added that building block into the single day block. And that's why how you create like this some sort of relationship between parents and child, but there is no way for you to link two components and say that this one is just that one with a little change.
Yeah, because I was curious if we modified the half hour one, if it would modify also the 1 hour one.
No, like as you can see, there's like a different shape on them. Like one has a diamond and the other one has the 4 diamonds, and there's a relationship between the diamond and the 4 diamonds that generated that. It's the instance of that component, and there are no relationship between components.
Okay.
Nevertheless, if you add a component inside another component, then there is a kind of a relationship because you have like an instance of that component inside the other component. So every time you change the first one, we're going to change the second one, just
Then-
like we did with the borders on the hours.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Today I have to leave before 1:30, but feel free to continue. And do you have any question about this, Figma? No? Yes? No? Maybe?
Not me.
Cool. So
We might just wrap
go for
up.
it and see if you want to keep on going, just keep on going, and I hope to see this prototype working.
Yep. Session tomorrow or not?
Tomorrow I don't have time, and I'm not sure when I'll have time next. I need to do some work for MetPlus as well. So just see try to schedule something with Matt or someone else. Maybe it's going to be easier to finish up the prototype.
We'll coordinate over Slack.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, y'all.
See you later.
Cool.
Bye.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yes. So.
The with the 4 diamonds is the components, and with the 1 diamond is the what we're trying to copy or trying to drag onto the calendar.
Right. Right.
But then all the ones with the 1 triangle have moved onto the calendar, right? They're all within the frame.
Yeah, I think so.
Above that, there's just components.
Well, there's this one. Oh, this little tiny rectangle.
Yeah.
But
there's this. Yeah, inside of the 1 hour event, there's like yeah, there's the one diamond inside of the half hour event inside of the 1 hour event. Is that what you were talking about?
Oh, there is. Let me see.
So I don't know if it's click on that and then I can grab the half hour. No.
Well, I think if you modify the half hour, like if we just change its color real quick, like you know, anything. What I do there. So that's weird. That did not change the background color. Maybe that's Can you change the color? I guess.
Yeah. I changed the 1 hour, but it didn't change the half hour.
What did you change it to? Oh, darker?
Yeah, I just changed 7777.
Yeah, that's weird because. Oh, okay. The fill. Yeah. I guess background is something else. You changed the fill?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense because I didn't see you change the color. I was like, I don't know if it's.
Yeah, so let me test that out. So if I change the half hour one to, anything else, let's see if it changes it within the 1 hour one. And I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, let's switch it back.
But I guess like where's the because I found the half hour event with the one diamond, but there's no 1 hour event with just a single diamond, just the component.
Right. Yeah, because that's all we have. We haven't created like a copy of it. So I mean, we could do that quickly, right? There we go. And now it's at the very top.
Okay, you made a copy by just Control C.
Yeah, Control C, Control V, or Command on my computer.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it would be good to have several of these. I don't know what value there is to the half. I guess maybe the scrums, right? Sometimes they last half an hour.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's a lot of 1 hour events. And yeah, I guess it would be useful to add several of those so that we could see if it's cluttering or not.
Because there's 2 per day now.
No, actually, I was referring to the 1 hour ones,
Oh, yeah.
like all the mobs and
Mhm. Weekly meetings and
yeah. Yeah, I could probably go like another 11 minutes here.
okay.
And okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of grabbing working with someone Champion 1 as well. It's always fun.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, any chit chat we have right now, let's talk about Champion 1. So
Yeah. So the people that are watching
yeah, the recording or live cross promote it.
then they'll hear about it and be like, wow, that sounds like a cool project to work on. I already copied it, so I don't need to keep copying it.
Yeah, on the weekends, I think you guys had. Did you guys have 2 sessions on Sunday?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're trying to work things out because I made the time and it's really late for Faith, who's coming every weekend. So then we're trying in the process maybe of changing the date, the hour, but we wanted to talk to the people first before just changing it and expecting them to show up, you know. But that's something I need to do tomorrow, send a message and see, because I don't know if committing to 2 different sessions every Saturday and Sunday is kind of maybe going to be a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, not for me. Well, I mean, normally it's okay for me, but there's sometimes the friends want to hang out or something, and I'm like, yeah, well, remember I have I have pair sessions at specific times.
Yeah. The only reason I brought it up was because like how many we should add to the edges to Saturday and Sunday.
I thought you were trying to do the same thing, get people interested.
No, that's fine. How are they going, by the way?
Oh, they're amazing. Like anybody that's listening should definitely come by and hang out.
Yeah, I hear they're great. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the best thing happening on the weekend, really. But I might be a little biased.
No, I mean, I don't know. I hear people are saying that it's great, so
Yeah.
you're not my only source on that. So okay, I'm changing the times here.
So on weekends, we don't. It's not going to be as cluttered, huh? Yeah, I noticed that because it's you need to add more cells as well, no? Like
Per
vertical.
Well, perhaps, but I think maybe what we might do is like zoom it to the current time. I think
Ah,
that's
nice.
so like a
Okay.
window, basically. I think that's what we have now. Let's see here. Well, not really. 11. So there's like a scroll within the view there. You can scroll up and down right now.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I think I'm locked on your screen. Nope, it's locked on my screen.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can see. Yeah. Okay. I'd never noticed that before.
Yeah, because I think for the month there's no scrolling. Oh, there's a little bit, tad bit,
Yeah.
and then the day I think there definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So, I mean, I think we kind of leave it like that. I don't think we should show the whole day because then that just adds to the clutter effect.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But this maybe I need to zoom in maybe. But did you changed everything but the last one, right?
But the last two, yeah, but yeah, correct. Yeah.
Because it goes from 1 to 7.
Yeah, it's because if you see on the left, all of them are 7. Or I mean, the actual component is 7. The error on specific.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so when we built it yesterday,
Yeah.
it was
It's
on
faster to build it by using an existing component.
correct. So okay, there we go. Oops. Okay, so that makes a little more sense. Yeah. Let's see. I was wondering, were you trying to fill the entire square?
So what entire square? Sorry.
Sorry, the entire rectangle of the actual calendar, like one of these, or
Yeah, it would not necessarily. No, I was just right now. I was just moving these up because I saw that one of them was at 8 o'clock and the rest were at 9,
yeah.
or at 8:30. But is there a way to get it to be aligned inside of that cell?
In terms of the size, or just by moving it?
Yeah, just by instead of dragging it and trying to line it up. I mean, I know it kind of helps you when you drag it. It kind of
So you
tells you it's lined up. But if there's a way of just a shortcut of just
so there is. I'm seeing that you can use your arrows until so it's a little more fine grained until it lines up a lot better.
that was.
So I'm actually going to delete, or I guess I'll move the one from Sunday over to Friday.
Oh yeah, I forgot the week starts with. This I can delete actually because this is on Sunday. And drop this down.
You know, the problem is, or I don't know if it's a problem, but we have so many back-to-back events.
Uh-huh.
I think that might have been. Well, hang on though. Maybe we should make these components, the arrows. Maybe we should make them wider, or not wider. Sort of longer, more vertical. Because it is on the week view. Like if we go back here, let's see. So that's the week. If I go back to the month, yeah, within the month they're trying to fit it all within this tiny little, whatever 50 pixels or pixels, whatever this is here.
Mm-hmm.
Just within this week right here. So we do have more time on the week view, but we're also making them a little more vertical in size.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So we kind of have the problem. Let's see. Okay, this is supposed to be the desktop. So maybe I should zoom in just a little more to make it more realistic. Oops. Okay, that would be more realistic to somebody visiting. Hmm. And yeah, they wouldn't be as cluttered because the hours are there's a little more room.
Yeah, I guess like when like I voted, it was maybe yesterday. I was pairing and then I voted, so I couldn't attend the meeting. When I was saying about decluttering the calendar, I guess it's because I haven't actually switched between the month, week, and day views. I guess just because it's like the default is the month, like I just kind of look at it like that, and you know.
Yeah, and that was a decision we made yesterday that to go with the week view.
Oh, okay. As a
Yeah,
default, but to have them, but would there be a month view at all, or because I noticed that and from the interview, some at least one person, I don't know if more, said that they liked the month view for being able to plan their. I don't know why exactly, but
yeah, uh, yeah. But we got more concerns about like the cluttering effect
yeah.
than that. And when we did get people switching over to the week view, they liked that a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and so that's probably what we're thinking. At least for the, I don't know if it would be for the default, perhaps, but at least for what we work on first as a priority
Hmm.
is this week view. So yeah, that's what we decided. But I think we're gonna have to leave it there.
Yeah.
Um, unless you wanna finish up this amazing prototype for us.
Yeah, I mean, what I could go dragging stuff there, but when you say finish up, are we trying to actually like take existing events and try to go dragging? Because the other thing I noticed on the when you went back there is that these half-hour blocks that we're putting there, like the scrum for our 8 o'clock scrum, they're actually not half hour, they're 15 minutes, aren't they? So they kind of you almost can't see what's even written because it kind of cuts off.
Yeah,
I mean, you can, but
yeah,
so do would we are we thinking make another component for 15 minutes?
maybe. Uh,
Because that's the thing, like, or maybe not another one, because I think what you said earlier about how the 30 minutes is mostly for the scrums, but it's not even 30 minutes, is it? We'd have to like make that half hour component like half the size, maybe.
I think so. I think what we end up doing in the end is making the actual hour more than 47. Maybe like
Yeah.
maybe double that perhaps. But yeah, I'd say I was just joking about having you finish it. We could just
You
pick
have a
up on
very
it.
dry sense of humor, Federico. Sometimes it's difficult to.
Well,
I
it's
am issue starved, you know.
what'd you say?
I said I am issue starved.
Yeah, that's right. Over
If
on,
you don't
on
give
that
me
over on
something.
that awesome project championer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think Champion One has some outstanding issues that I can go over to.
Yeah. So let's wrap up there. I say let's leave it there. Let's try to at least pair on these sessions. Um,
Yeah,
and leave it there. So uh, I will wrap up the session. And while you're here, thanks so much for all your good work on Champion One. I
yeah,
just hear such good things about it. Everyone, the two people who are maybe going to watch this recording, they should jump over there.
definitely,
And,
definitely support that.
and it's actually Phoenix One, the Phoenix One channel, the Phoenix One team.
Yeah,
And it's the Champion One actual project that we're working on right now.
and
But
if anyone hasn't gone there recently, I heard there's a new event that was put up there for tomorrow.
yeah, yes, it's just Phoenix TDD. Real. I heard good things. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
Good things.
stop by to do that for yourself.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. UTC, right?
Cool. Yeah, one can need to see. Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, thanks again, Matt. I'll see
Yeah,
you whenever, next session or something.
Soon.
All right, bye.
Thank you.